Neon, especially if you play.
All right, let's see if
mid angles, the stuns can be quite nasty.
if this one's a little closer. Again, I still wasn't disappointed with the first map. Just want something a little close.
So I'm interested to see what they've got, and the Teo as well. Again, something that's fallen out of the meta a little bit, but
Raze just feels better on both maps. Oh, for sure, Raze is better. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean it's not like viable.
Yeah, I don't. Not 1,000,000% with you, but you know, it's good that you're getting
Balls
excited.
through, picking the right site, fast rotate. Sky has to somehow kill one.
Going to have quite a task to stay alive as the flood comes in. Heaven control going to be covered off by Amy as they wrap themselves around. Nice flash, but Akita is the one to draw that opening duel in G2's favor. And they've got all their bases covered towards main. 2 players sitting and waiting there. The question is, I think for G2 at this point, with how spread they are,
call me CTA. Thank you so much. With the 5 months, CTA. Thank you for doing that.
This is a
Appreciate the
nasty
tier
little
1.
spot, especially considering the super late play from Vanya. She should be able to do a ton if there's anyone left to be picked up.
Very, very nice on this.
Yeah,
they picked the right site.
G2 are going to get themselves off to a strong start in the pistol. It's definitely a composition as well that I've enjoyed in terms of that double duelist. Like we've seen
some of the defense pistols I feel like could be. It's been a few pistols in this event where I'm just like.
They still had Nello in the roster, so
I think it's the most important round. I think you gotta. I personally would like to have it a little more fought in some of the setups.
Some of their roles were a little bit more questionable before Petra came back in and. Now
like the solar sky on site here is just.
Once again, this is where it looks like there's a lot more comfort in the roles that they're playing. But I think Mimi's Yoru is something I've been really pleasantly surprised by.
I don't think it's consistent of getting a kill.
There's no doubt that if you've watched like any streams,
is it rolling schedule today? Yeah, of course it is.
Individual ability is very
I feel like it's always pretty much rolling schedule.
It's utility that I think has been maybe even second to none.
That Alex, thank you so much for the 16 months.
So
appreciate that. Thank you,
the fact that she now gets to sort of put both into combination playing the Yoru, it's just enjoyable to watch.
You know, I love it here in Seoul, man. Those tech pauses, they never last longer than a minute. And I'm sure that's not going to come back to bite me. It's been enjoyable so far. Well,
don't worry, Pansy's going to be here soon.
Yeah, she has literally just arrived, I heard. So anything goes wrong, it's not my fault. Let's pin it on her. 1-0 start for G2, and it's the defensive side coming in with
nice stack from Nova.
But they're grouped up ready for this fight, and that's a double opening. Clem with 2 of her own. G2 having the battle.
Not bad, those shots fired from Heaven, so they should know one close.
Keep this even. That's a great start already in terms of damage and the potential for this to be so much more.
If they wrap back through after the plant, they might be able to retrieve some weaponry, and that's exactly what Nova are planning to do. They've realized, okay, they probably
they got a nice pistol though. I do like the Nova pistol.
So that's a couple of guns for us to try and play with.
Spike planted.
Especially
purple's just a nice color.
We've already seen it in the last map, what G2 were able to do with that, forcing them into the open, but that forces Vanya and Amy into the fight.
Hey, that's good damage.
For G2, they were able to recover that. It was dangerous and it was costly, but G2 at least got themselves the round.
Yeah, but costly indeed. Yeah, you look at that from Nova's perspective, and over on Corrode on the defensive side, they took a big gamble, stacked 4 players on A. It didn't work out. G2 went the other way this time. They take a big gamble, they stack 4 players on A. It absolutely does work out. So you got to be happy with that. And the potential here for so much more. Look at the buy-up from Clem. An Outlaw up against the majority light and regen shields.
I'm interested. They've given both of the rifles to the duelists who are normally going to be diving in. A lot of the time you want one of the backline players.
Dude, the setup's so weird.
But clearly just having the faith.
I guess they perma give Sky a smoke on site.
Sure, especially with the game that Mimi played in the previous. She was
that'll be wise, Sonya.
The classic play. For Nova, giving up control over Vents, this fight up in Heaven, risky for Sheer.
That makes sense.
At least the 1-to-1 trade to start this off, but the damage onto Mimi makes this even a little bit more favorable, perhaps, for the defensive side, if they can get a favorable fight. It's the late play
Lexi, thank you so much, Lexi, for the gifted.
The impact she had even in that pistol round.
I appreciate that, Lexi. Thank you so much.
A couple of sneaky plays from herself and Akita, and holding on to that mid control as the wrap goes back towards A. I was thinking maybe they were going to meet up with her.
Sky Flash goes over towards A. Rotate can come in. It's gonna be just in time.
Entire round and a light play up into Heaven from her to try to backstab.
I think.
this is where Clem.
Yeah, I mean, everyone can get one shot now.
Be able to maybe farm up, but that's already the first shot going astray. Support has been
Really nicely handled from G2. That was a good TP.
The main thing. They at least have an opportunity onto this cross. Shirazi clean with it. Amy will be there for the trade.
Oh, hold up. Heaven player, yeah.
Hands, and while Vania, her patience paid off. The player in the site, though, is going to be traded once again. Amy in with the chance, but incredibly low on HP. Icebox, full health, knows exactly where her opponent is. And again, this round may be costly.
Yeah,
they're going to be happy that they at least got it over the line.
There's a lot of damage on the bones.
Better than a 3-0 down start, absolutely. But the amount of damage done by G2 here, that initial trade 1-1, but with how low Mimi was, that very well could have been a double opening for Nova that went unpunished. And instead, they still
nice
end
bonus.
Up in a decent
it was another good example of what we've been speaking about as well.
A quick transfer.
Just like the mid rounding's been pretty nice.
5 HP.
The call to cancel over towards A was good.
Yeah,
I will say the
on the other side,
Icebox did a good job of actually getting the info pretty much just in time to make sure they had numbers over towards B.
And the reinvestments on Nova's side mean that if they lose this,
Reval with the prime. Thank you so much for the 3 months. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you.
This explosive a comp, you are going to expect plants to be coming in. Early space taken, and Clem is gone immediately. It felt like less than a second had gone in this round.
It wasn't even Raze that got the kill.
He's going to bite the bullet. For G2, though, this isn't necessarily a call to arms. They can now be a little bit more patient. They've got lurks in both middle and B in case anybody
expensive buy round, yeah. I mean,
now we kind of ask how
we got the 4 people that can't buy next. We got 5 here. We got 9 that can't buy next.
For now, there's not much, but there we go. The drone down through middle from Nova.
It's good timing again from Nova.
Nothing,
drone clears over towards middle, so they can get a 3-pass and a stack over towards site.
Be fought for, but you just look at Icebox. Isolated on the site, it's going to get Shirazi in a spot where she wants to get that little more aggressive to support her teammate, but she goes down, and so does Icebox. Alyssa doing well, that third player not expected to be this close to A that early, but they're still down by 1. An ult for Mimi, a Viper's Pit as well. I mean, really take your pick of what you want to commit to that one, and even the stun. By the time those players get close, the stun has faded. And G2 grouping up. I mean, they are fish in a barrel if the spray came down, but instead it's Mimi with a very early wraparound inside the pit. And
it ended up being pretty nice seeing the rocket from that angle.
She has been having a series, in fact, with the Gravwell to buy even more time. We knew how this story was going to end. G2
down to Nico.
3-1. And for Nova, I think that puts their credits in the dirt.
Yeah, that's the trouble of having that very close prior round with the 2-weapon investment from G2. Again, though, you could just see how difficult a lot of these fights were from the Nova side. Like, caught out. I think there was even a fake teleport used as well.
Do you like the amount of info you can get with the Sky Tail, though?
In the minds of the opponent, but more importantly, Amy has just been frying. 7-2 on the Viper. We said they were very good at playing this map, even when she was on the Fade, but you put her on a Sentinel, you put her on Viper, and you just feel like you're going to get results.
Problem is when you see this kind of war, you kind of know they're doing some micro.
The way to play it. The mid push doesn't see anything from G2. Nova were hoping
like the push all the way through, though. The timing on this is good.
Look for the info. But even then,
Amy's
look at the position. Look at the position that's being held by Amy. She is ready for this. That is space that they know they've given up. And now Clem is going to be confused and frustrated as Amy shuts her down. Everything calculated, nothing unaccounted on the side of G2. And a 5 versus 4, the Pistols going to struggle to find any favorable fights here.
Spike dropped.
Yeah, not a lot of upgrades either.
Shadows.
Oh shit. He's just going to be playing around this site. The rotation has come in from a teammate as well, so maybe a chance at least for a little bit of damage.
Petra getting close to be good.
While Mimi is going to make sure that no more damage will be had. Icebox
and a kill for Petra BO.
Most expensive of the
1 kill for Astra BO also.
But
okay, they want to make sure Astra gets ult for next round.
4 players to find them while they're even looking to just try and manage the orbs. It's going to be the plant even for Vanya
Astra
afterwards, just to make sure that
they might have a set play for this.
Online. And it's actually one of the maps where it really is a high-impact ult because of how much you
What
can
ones have we
section
seen
off
before on
the
attack?
B-cross or the
There's the
A
B
side
one where you
cross
can
as
ult
well.
over towards heaven.
Cosmic
That one's
Divide
pretty
can
good.
be a really problematic ult to play against.
Nova, so many ultimates close by. Economy about to be invested into.
What do you think is a good price for a shorty? I would go pretty high, man. I'm all lean into the 500, 600 range, to be honest.
This round number 6 for G2, a victory could see them skyrocket into the lead. They'll be 5-1 up. Whether they get
I'd be down to go higher.
In the coming one,
It should be just,
it
it should just be a luxury item.
that, or whether it's saved up for the future. You've got high impact ultimates for G2 about to come online. You've got some there as well with Mimi able to entry and avoid a lot of the dangers. Nova have to be so calculated in their approach to this round.
These two ults they already have, for me, are scary enough. Because, as said, Cosmic Divide allows you to basically cross into a site. Dimensional Drift allows you to know where everybody on the site is. Like, it's so easy to then punish the players that are there.
Swap the
So
shorty and the
almost
frenzy, mate. Do you
force
know
your
how much
opponent
frenzy you
into
would see if
being
it
very
was
aggressive early in
that
the round,
cheap?
or being aggressive through a Cosmic Divide, which
The
is such a
frenzy would be
massive risk. You
everywhere.
have no sound cues, you have no idea what's going on. So I am curious what's being discussed
Frenzy's
on
pretty
the
strong.
other side. But the good thing for Nova, and a good thing about this pause, is it's the first time you're going to see the operator. It's also an opportunity.
That's a good thing. I'm telling you, you don't want 5 frenzies and pistols. You don't want a pistol around where no one is standing
I feel
still.
like it goes much further, and this is terrifying. You get a round win here, and it's not.
Upshot is everything, but it's already going to be spotted, pushed back now. The stun goes into play, but Mimi sees the second player.
And then tuck in the wall here. Yeah, I like it.
It's beautiful.
Not even considering it. Very, very nice.
Taking down Alyssa, but the
I was speaking about a B1 where you do it over towards heaven.
Trying to find absolutely
they found a cool one over towards spawn.
Faded out, gone back to the rest of the squad, and Sheer is able to slip past on the backside. Nova with the lifeline. Sheer
Dude, this was sick.
On the B site as they find
just kind
their
of
second, a much-needed round.
They just kind of forgot, right? Was Omen not the first person spotted?
Everybody was trying to sort of battle and brawl on the other side of it. She managed to just take the timing to get herself into the back of the site.
Oh no, okay, it was Omen ult.
From her individually,
Dude,
and honestly
Omen
saved
ult,
the
no
round.
one
That said, it can
considered
be
it.
very difficult once you're sectioned out by that Cosmic Divide to get
Hey, that's
much
crazy. Did no one?
But a huge
I guess no one heard
individual
it.
play has given them that round. Sheer now tops it for her squad, and a very interesting purchase coming out from G2. Not quite the credits to fully invest, although saying that, Amy has enough to drop a rifle, and maybe one player would have been low. They've gone in with
Yeah, this is weird, dude. To do this by
risky, though, running through the
big
pit.
timing.
Already one
Oh,
player
that's
has
a
snuck
dude. They
past.
did not expect that
Alyssa
timing.
gets seen
That was such a small window. Gets the kill, gets the ult as well. Dude, that was nuts. That was like one of the smallest windows to actually get over towards
Well, they are spiraling
Mail
here.
there.
Rifles picked up for the remaining players in G2. 5 versus 3. And look at the position of Amy. With the plant coming in on B, if you expect this, you're a giga brain like I've never seen. But that flank has a timer on it, and it's going to take a while to come into play. The smoke that's gone
but
up
they're
in
going
heaven,
to take a
though,
while because they
might
won't
just
be
buy
main
them
to
that
play.
time.
Flank. Wow, that's going to be
He main does play, though.
Has managed to take down Mimi. That puts them in a bit of a box, actually, while that flank is still coming. Icebox has done well, but Vanya's still standing strong. And now Amy strikes. She's been waiting for a moment all the way through the round for Clem. This is not the position you want an operator.
Very, very nice.
Well, the Mastercard
Dude, that was
Thrifty,
bold over
it was
towards
a few
middle.
guns, but
Just
still
walked
a few
all the way
missing.
through the ult.
But it really didn't matter when Akita plays like that.
I didn't even get a chance to say it that, like, oh, maybe they're buying up because, like, if Akita gets a pick, you've got the showstopper. The fact that she walks through the pit, finds Alyssa off guard, then gets the Viper, opening that road for her teammates to just barrel into the B site, and then allowing Amy to have this super late flank that really cannot
G2 is
be
G2ing.
expected.
Yeah, they look pretty good.
And credit to them, they did turn to look at heaven just as she peaked. But yeah, Amy was a little quicker on the trigger. 5-2, and Nova left onto an eco.
The really upsetting thing, though, for Nova is like
It's starting to look like the 4 teams that we expected to be top 4, kind of looking top 4.
Okay,
K-Corp maybe could upset.
And the second that happens, somebody on G2 goes, oh, you think you're back in the game?
Yeah.
You're not. And just does exactly the same back. We saw that.
Whoever goes lower
when
bracket
they
from
win a
next
close
game is going to
round,
be
and then
deadly.
G2 manages to win one with pistols in the last map. That happened twice. One of them was a triple kill from Mimi with a classic. Like, it really has just been circumstances
your
that
dark
you go,
horse
okay,
pick. Yeah.
this would be the worst possible time for that to
They
happen, and then it happens.
I think they could.
There's
I think they could
incredible
take down one of the
timing
top 4.
in mid as well, being able to slip past that Viper in the pit for G2. Nightfall online. Could be a good round to put it in up against those pistols. I don't mind going up towards this A site though. Lots of open ground, lots of ranged fights to take. Don't expect to see that Spike walking up into heaven. That's usually where the pistols will look for the battle, but it's on the other side that wants to fight G2. Oh, they have got Mimi down to 5 HP at least, so a chance with the 145 dink, but the big ult's going to be completely avoided. Another pop flash.
Desperation.
Onto Clem.
4v5. You're on eco.
But still
Teo.
some potential with these sheriffs. Icebox known on the backside won't get much, and yeah, just like that, G2.
Can the Teo ult really not fill up heaven? Is it the same size as a breach stun?
It's going to get to Nova if they lose this next one.
If there was one salvo in that corner, that's 3 players wiped out. But there's just
I feel like it's big enough.
Oh,
dude, that was such a bad ult. Oh my goodness. I looked at it back on the minimap. Holy hell.
The problem now is that was one of the few ults they had coming into this round, and there'll be nothing to be utilized other than maybe.
It was out
shadows,
here.
Which, hey, very impactful last
Dude, this
time.
was the ult.
For something, for sheer, but
Instead
6
of
to 2
this.
up on the attack side, G2. It's been a couple of blips, but everything else has just been exactly what you expect from a team that has been there, done that, got the t-shirt, has competed with multiple different variations of the roster, and is the only team other than Shopify that has got their hands.
Is Sky weak right now? Sky's fine.
Trophy.
You'll see more Sky this year than, sorry, next year than this year.
A flash through is going to get rid of Amy as well. A little bit more aggression, but it's working out for them.
3v5, pressure up onto Shirazi, but she gets hers before going down, and Sheer's there as well. 3 versus 1. Vanya low. They've done everything they need to convert this round on the side of Nova. Alyssa even tucked in a nasty spot. Will give no chance to G2. 6-3. The scoreline can close in from here. We can still
they might be able to
neck
get a
and
better
neck
one.
at the
This is a
half.
big round for them, though.
Yeah, and honestly, as said, like this is the side of the map where G2 have favored to play. I know you've mentioned that the double duelist statistically has a lot of rounds defensively, but I do feel on this map as well, the attack thrives a little bit more.
This map, this meta as well, all that goes out the window, right? I think attack side's going to have a lot more trouble with getting into sites with the limited initiator utility, and maybe the double duelist will be something that is leaned on to sort of see that find success. Only time will tell.
6 half and we have a game. Yeah, this one's scary though. 2 people that can get eco'd. It's a great pick.
Down to the 1 versus 1, but that's
Was just a straight up duel. Damn, they actually could get 6.
Like her life depends on it. It did. With the remaining 2, it feels like Nova might have just found their momentum. It's left all onto Vanya, and she won't get anything.
I mean, they're definitely aimers.
2-round gap, but more importantly for Nova, a dominant
I'm
round
with the
from
Prime.
them.
Thank you so much, dude.
This is
Thank you.
We've seen G2 have a lot of impact before, so it is definitely important to see them still look that little bit confident, getting aggressive in some of those early fights, but not overextending across the map and taking those last duels together as Shirazi and Sheer swung out on middle. For G2, now they come in, rifles, Viper's Pit, and a Cosmic Divide. They can get to a site, and they can lock it down afterwards. Nova will have trouble dealing with that. In fact, look at the B site. The defenders have nobody here. They're fully expecting a fight around middle, or at least they're wanting to take that control, but nobody seen again, as we've seen this from G2 a number of times where they are very delayed in going for this control. But Clem's now spotted their intention, and that Prowler, along with the flash, not going to land on Clem, but the shot won't land onto G2.
The challenge for mid has been a large part of either team.
Dude, this is crazy over towards middle.
Keita,
Can't believe the Viper refaces that.
All of that.
Can't believe the Viper refaces that. Can't believe the Neon's the spamming.
You want to lose in this contention, and while Clem's position is very much known, but the fact is, after taking that pick and the move to almost bolster up middle, it seems like G2 are very aware of the gap.
the drone down for the info, but they've already heard it.
Oh,
it's all about that
that's
off
nice
shot
shot,
from
though.
Clem. The top rope landing its blow. Late play by Amy through middle hasn't been spotted yet, and often you'll expect that Viper to be with the squad. In fact, the flank is completely avoided now. They must have seen her because they even flashed back out into mid. But yes, this is why the pit coming back into play to try to lock this down in the post plant.
It's a big nade.
Up top. Oh. It's beautiful from Akita. And with the pit to get towards the site, just about covering the spike. This is a very difficult retake for Nova. The slide good, but Mimi better. And it's down to the 1v1.
It's a big molly here.
Low is Icebox, and that decay is going to take this from bad
molly
to worse. A spam from Amy would be enough, and the snake bite certainly will do the trick. 7 on the board for G2.
They just overstayed in middle though. They could have just held the crossfire.
You'd see, like, it's such a small detail, but a lot of people.
Yeah, that was a wild one. There's 2 people holding that.
She's like, okay, possibility of tap
No
and then swing.
reswing.
I know the timing. This will be now where she's going for that second half. Now I use the snake bite. That's all the risk gone, because by that point she would have already been swung. You're not going to wait till 1 HP to do that. So just intelligent play from Amy, and that has been a lot of the story of this attack. Just her timing, her spacing, her decision making.
Shit off with a fast B. I do like with their Euro ults, I do like with their Euro ults, so no one just takes any risk. It's just insta plan.
Mimi, even if
Nothing can go wrong on it, really. They gave themselves a gap over towards spawn to combo them again. Not that they went for it, but it's a cool idea.
It came in shining bright, certainly in that first half of Corrode, but it seems like G2, they found their rhythm. As every note falls into place, Akita's third! And Mimi looking for one on the backside, but it will
had
be
a great
Petra
attack
to get yet another, hitting that final note as G2 end this half 8-4 in the lead.
Yeah, they just look a little better.
Looking very good on that attack side as expected.
Looking a little better. It's just a plan diff though, it feels like. Their plans are so nice.
Battle. It's now an uphill one. They'll have to try and find a response after the break.
Winnable with a pistol. Yeah, it just worries me that they pretty much, at least from what I saw in the first map, they have a set plan, barrier goes down, and then they don't change that plan. So I think they might struggle a little bit on attack on this map with that. Just made some homemade hot chocolate. You need a vessel to drink out of. Any ideas? I've got a vessel for you. Hold up. Dude, even I'm getting my own merch still wrong. It's store.sliggy. Sliggy.store if you want to check it out. Vessel, right here. Promise it's pretty good. Pretty big. You can definitely have some hot chocolate in. Sliggy.store if you want to check it out. Then invitational. Then invitational. Wait, I thought we had that. There's another one. The 4th to the 6th of December. We could do that. We could definitely do that.
I mean, there's
we'll see what teams are there.
Of standout
we'll see what
players,
teams are.
But you gotta say those showstoppers from Akita, they always
Hiblio
found
with the
their
Prime,
mark.
appreciate the 3 months.
It was a toss-up between
Thank you, check me 10 seconds.
her and Amy for who was going to be the highlight on this one, but I think she swayed it in the last round with a little bit of help from Mimi. But yeah, I think a lot of her, especially in middle, her openers were really tough to play against. And I don't think that's going to change going into the second half. A likely roam of the map for the duelist. I think that, again, like you talk about this squad in particular, and I think also you've got to put Shopify in the mix as well of how they set up their duelists better than anyone else. Even the secondary duelists will do it a lot lot of the time, but
he's a G2 coach. Drew Spunks was the assistant coach of Sentinels.
How Nova are going to deal with her, because she has been having a phenomenal game on the lurk. Now chances are you're going to have a better idea of where she is. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy to deal with her when she's currently 13-6 on the board.
Yeah, that's I mean, we saw for Nova though.
Nova have to win a pistol.
Over on Corrode, some big
straight up.
From them, and maybe we have to hope for more of that as 8-4 down. This is the spot where the pistol carries a lot of weight. G2 with a chance to run away with this. That nade already posing a lot of danger, and Akita keeps on going. Shirazi, the one to fall, but Akita down to 10 HP. Stuck in that corner, dodges the flash, it's
Oh boy, that could have been so much worse.
But Icebox puts us back to level.
A nice attempt.
Keep an eye on the Yori flank.
Already though. Multiple players left within the site. Now you can see that
Yeah, they stack site so heavy that Yori has to watch for the rotate. Do 2 on site with 1 spawn that can make sound.
They are pressuring into what is now a stack up of the remaining players, a crossfire that seems impossible to deal with. It's left to Sheer to try and save the day, and now even from above, Mimi will look to wrap him from behind. There is nowhere safe, nowhere left to go.
It's again though, their plan, right? With what's going on here, you got to be going Vents. You gave too much time, too much space over towards site. Like there is no mid rounding for Nova. It is just barriers down. This is our set plan. No matter what happens, we're doing our set plan.
Especially Amy.
They don't adapt.
Who's not on the card? Do you remember how Petra's map closed down the last one?
I haven't seen it once yet.
You're gonna need a bigger card, is what I'm saying.
The whole roster needs to be on there. And so far, it does look like G2 in general are unstoppable. The side of Nova stalled out in this second half. There's 9-4s already on the board, but we're likely looking at double digits. Classics across the board with the exception of Sheer. And already it seems like the early plan for that attacking side is to play the orbs. A slow round from them as they take orb and B main, move back towards mid. And isolating an individual fight will be difficult. 3 Spectres in play. Honestly, this is the perfect map for it. We talked about the ability of that weapon now when it comes to ranged fights is insane. But then you add on to that the fact that there's plenty of close range duels that you can take here as well. It really feels like an all-rounder on Split.
And again, it seems like they've got the right read.
3 close.
Multiple players
got a nade here as well.
Utility's not a bad start though. Clem's done well. That's
it's a great start.
With the classic. Seems to do so much damage all of the time, and now Shirazi's adding another. This is starting to get very interesting indeed. A chance to give themselves a lifeline, and Clem is looking to do it all. It's left to Petra, who doesn't know there's another on the cross.
Didn't expect him to go straight over towards spawn.
Thrifty and Nova, well, they're not
guns
dead
to
just
pick
yet.
up.
I was thinking this
got a
was
good
the
chance to snowball here. Might get their ults earlier.
G2. It really felt like the first bit of soil dropped on the coffin.
Run it back.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and they
there's a definite chance.
On top for Nova, a 9-5
Even Clem did great.
And an immediate start to this half. Honestly, it is better than winning the pistol round. Not only because G2 being so damn good with the classics, but Nova get this massive boost to the economy. Now sitting with full rifles coming into the 3rd round, and G2 left in the dirt. I won't dare to suggest what the scoreline should be coming out of this round.
Drone just saw
Nova certainly
all 5, I'm pretty sure.
The 3 players buy up.
Oh boy.
The other 2 have the Spectres.
Oh my god.
Versus, well, normally versus a low buy, it's very good, as you are witnessing. Shirazi under pressure, but, well, they're running through the snake bite. Oh. Taste of her own medicine, maybe? Can Vanya deliver? No, she cannot. That's
it's not too bad, though. Out of all the ults coming online early, the Viper ult on defense, like going up against it being on attack isn't too bad. They still have to take the site for it to be good.
Credits through the roof.
I was watching to see Nova's investment because after that, you know, still playing with the Spectre, it's not a bad idea, but they've decided to drop one of the 2, upgrading.
Okay, if they win this, then it's actually going to get close.
4 kills and you go, actually, I've got so many credits.
Missing a boom bot.
And not just that, give her a better chance to find that opening duel, to add an orb to the tally, to get that Viper's Pit in post-plant, which would be so important in a round like this. G2 investing. Losing this for the defensive side means Nova are right back in the game, and already they've sent a player running. They haven't claimed that space all too easily.
This is a full 5 as well. Like, there is no luck. There is nobody left on the other side of the map. This is an all-in gamble play from the side of Nova.
As Fader is nice, though. It's a shame. It's a shame the Fader was just like 2 seconds early.
But Mimi and Petra, They're
They're getting so good at just flooding over towards the site and having 2 on site with 1 heaven. The same thing I said about Nova though. It's just brute force it. They got delayed so much. They missed their timing over towards here because the delay was so good from the nade and what Petra was doing. And they get 3 on site. And normally here, you would kind of be like, well, we got wrecked so much, you would probably pivot over towards heaven. But they just don't. They just don't mid-rounds. So that the original plan was to hit A site. But they end up just hitting into 3. But what should happen here is you got blocked so heavy here, you miss your timing, you got to go through heaven. And then you can start mid-rounding from here. Have 1 go back, pinch over towards middle, rotate out. If you get picks on site, could split site.
Hey, you have an extra few credits going forward. Maybe that's another buy if
the comms, yeah, there's a bit of a language barrier, right? I guess.
So definitely understandable for G2 though.
I don't know if they've been speaking about it much, but yeah, that could be part of it.
Once they get the buy back in, 4 players alive will be a build-up of economy for them as well. And with Petra finding a fair few, that's going to be her now 2 away from her ultimate.
Rob Moore confirmed 100 Thieves for Send Invitational. They have 1 more spot. Wait, so who's the other team? MIBR, because they're in the same facility. Send MIBR 100 Thieves.
And interestingly enough, because they've had that time during the save to sort of think over and talk over.
Oh, that's a pretty good event. Who do you reckon the last team is?
Gamble will touch base with the crew. 4 rounds to make up that gap. G2 on the defensive side. Again, compositionally, they've got a lot to work with when it comes to the ultimate.
EG, because they announced their team. EG could be fun. Honestly, EG might be more fun than some of the other teams to see them play. I imagine it will be the academy team though, right?
Underdogs. You have your surprise pick of Corrode. Like, I don't think G2 could have really seen that one come in, but I also think coming into this, it's the classic phrase that's used in interviews, we're just going to play our own game, but I truly believe that from G2. Like, I don't think they will have sat there and massively looked to try and counter what Nova were doing in their region, because I think it is a different level of competition altogether once you get here, but also they will have had their own theory and their own crafting coming into this mass.
EG would be fun. EG might be one of who I would want to see, to be honest.
Very different things to what we've seen before anyway, as you can currently see. Like, this composition is definitely not the norm out from Nova. I will say though, that Teo, I'm yet to really see what it brought to the table.
There were some ideas there with like denying the heaven control with the ult and some of the salvos clearing corners, but I agree with you. I think it has been underwhelming.
After the timeout, it's more of a default.
Brought in by Nova.
They have in control. They got options.
Innovation. It's always nice to see new things tried.
Okay. They haven't gets re-cleared.
Yes. But sometimes you don't like the spice.
It's maybe too spicy. G2. Oh. Snake bite down. This is a safe corner though for Shirazi. It hasn't quite extended as much as
they baited them in. They thought it was a solo Viper.
Ends up being dropped by Clem. Now the Seekers go out. Situational, but this is the perfect situation as they clear this A site completely. And the spike can move towards it. Late play coming through mid from Alyssa, but she's now being caught.
Yeah, that's a shame. It's a really early lack on middle, considering what was going on the map.
They're looking into the
Gave him a free kill.
The Sky Flash, but it's fairly easily dodged. That went all the way around the corner. Paranoia doesn't land on Amy, but the rest are blinded up. Banya stuck in the corner, and Shirazi's third lands. Akita up close.
I'm happy they won this just purely because it was their better round.
Big round from Shirazi.
Their best attack round so far.
Beating hard alive.
This map has felt like the battle of the Vipers, which, considering some of the explosive plays we've seen elsewhere, that Paranoia as well was superb. Because the initial flag,
it should have been crazy convincing, really, to be honest. This mid luck here at this timing as they're running into A is wild behavior. Because you know that someone at least could be rotating through as well.
Ever important, but that final kill, the most of the lot. 10-7. Around the
Forced them down to an eco though.
Because although they had a large amount of bank to spare, G2 on the other hand did not. They are down to Sheriffs.
They've made it work before. Classic up close. I got so worried.
They did a lot of damage. He put some push over towards B.
The right click not as kind as it has been in the past. Drone coming through from Alyssa.
Drone spots one.
Players, but Akita somehow gets one and gets out. at B main aggression
Check
as
her
well,
PC.
having been spotted, but Mimi has TP'd back, now looking for the fight
Whoa,
up
that
into
was
heaven as
the
Vanny goes
chance.
down. It's going to be tough to find more here. Akita on the cross. Good damage. Spike dropped up in heaven. Mimi
It's ult. Man, these ults must be tempting. They probably shouldn't at 10-7, but
help as the showstopper soon to be popped. I'd imagine.
really
round 4.
don't blame them. Oh, it gives them
before.
so much space.
Jurassic in the pit.
It gives them
Will
so
be
much
caught
space, the
yet
ult.
again by the showstopper, but it's left onto Petra. 1 versus 2. It seems like Nova may have stumbled, but
fade,
they
eh?
will not fall. Not just
Nice
yet,
shot.
as Petra's got a big play up her sleeve. Already
Oh,
isolated
dude, the
one,
land
Navila's
fade eye,
there.
man. Everyone
The
shoots it
reload
too
needed,
early.
and now her opponent
Oh, mate, that's some lovely shots.
to
Okay, that's the
destined
map.
death.
That's the
Petra
map right
puts
there.
them in their
That was
place
nice
with an
shots.
11th round
Dude, Petra's
for
been sick this
G2.
best of 3.
Just insanity. There were so many moments in this round where I was thinking, okay, that will be what turns it. Maybe the showstopper will do it, but the Red Bull clutch in a 1v2 with the Sheriff, nah. I didn't think she made that. I didn't even use the Nightfall. Had it in her back pocket, was like, I don't need it. I'm gonna isolate these fights, and well,
So nice.
impressive. It's got to be difficult as well when you just see her smiling and laughing on the other side.
Dude, I
of
would
the
still love
stage.
to know the fade eye thing.
As someone who
It's so weird.
has such a wealth of experience,
It's
there was
non-stop
never any fear
this year.
in Petra's heart for that one.
And it's been out for so long that I know it has to be something different to online ping and LAN ping.
While someone is spamming.
Everyone shoots the
And
fade eye
well,
too
he didn't
early.
even get close to it, in fact.
That's tough.
Look on the map.
It is
where
just
that
the
was.
LAN
That was
difference.
just on the
But
corner.
shouldn't it be
That was
like
just a
shooting
little
it too late
pre-fire.
if it's on LAN?
Clearly, Amy knows her angles, but who's surprised by that?
Yeah, no way.
And now Nova losing out on their own. And they have that Viper wall already placed down. Akita does well to find one. It's the number.
It has to be 'cause they rush to shoot it. Nah, I'm telling you, it happens way too much to be like a nervous thing.
Advantage still sitting firmly with the defensive side.
I've seen it. I would say, this might be an exaggeration, 1 in 4 fade eyes.
The Prowler not
People
going
on
far
LAN
enough to track her down.
shoot it too early and mistime it,
Heaven
and then
now
it scans
cleared.
them.
It starts to narrow down.
It feels
Vanya,
like a 1 in 4
also
from what
someone
I've
that
watched
knows
this year,
her angles.
which is a
Yeah,
crazy
I
high
think
number if you think of the
regenerate
amount
that
of
one.
pros.
Clem's 3 health.
I don't know what it is.
30 seconds, and
30
it doesn't
seconds
seem
left.
like this is
Yampy
getting
would
any
shoot it in
easier.
time. I mean, yeah, that's very
Oh,
true.
grab
Yampy's out here
well.
shooting his own
Let's
just
slow
in
down
case.
the rest of the squad.
You're
There's
right,
only 3
Lexi.
HP. Clem has made it out to the side. Amy
It would never
shutting her
happen to
down,
Yampy.
saving Vanya's life as the smoke goes up. And now how do you get out? You just got to walk through this with Amy and Vanya holding you as if you had a chance.
Yeah, it's a lockdown.
G2, 12 on the board, just like Corrode. They have 5 chances to close out this map.
Takes
The
a split
difference
second
being,
to bloom.
this is
Yeah, but
their
it
pick.
must be something to do with
They seem to be
the
hitting
low
another
ping or the
level
LAN
here.
server for it to
Just
be so different.
Straight up spam for the first. And then towards the end, it's just
At the
an
beginning, I
attempt to
thought
try
it
and
was,
get anywhere near her teammate. She was
At the beginning, I
not
just thought it
having
was people not being used to playing against
Sometimes
Fade, but
Vanya is
it
the
just
one to
stayed
take everybody's
so-
life, but sometimes she needs protecting, and
I had
that's
to
where
search
Amy
so
comes
much.
in. 12 to 7.
Okay, we're back here. 5 goes at
It
it.
stinks. I think the only thing really there is going to be that overdrive. A
Call
chance
is to hit over
try
towards
and close
site.
the gap,
They
and
got
Akita
blocked
is
again,
ready and waiting.
and they're just
Clem
going.
gone.
Yeah, Clem wanted to put the pressure onto Petra there. She was stuck in the
Dude,
corner. and
if
still
Nova
will.
learned how to
Dodges
mid-round,
that flash again.
and
Great wall that
they
have in play
did
here. Gotta give
more-
credit to Amy.
maybe
We've
not
seen
even
that
learning how
already
to mid-round.
have
They did
impact in
more
previous
like
rounds.
slow
Here, maybe more
defaults
so than ever.
to enable
Still have that Omen to play with, but no smoke
what
down.
looks like a
and Mimi
mid-round.
has a field day with that, covering the cross back as well. Alyssa pre-fires it and
Thing is,
forces
it's
her
a
off
hard
the
thing to
angle.
learn.
Paranoia sends her further back, and Sheer is walking down on the back of it.
Just based off
Even
protocols, yeah, it
suspects
would
that
help a
that's the
lot.
decoy as Alyssa finds one.
It would help so
Sheer
much.
could have a beautiful flank, but doesn't want to risk it, and I like it. I think the discipline here is far more valuable than
The problem is
rolling
that the
dice on
original
that flank and
pre-barrier
being
setups
isolated.
don't allow them to like
2 versus 2.
have multiple
Damien
options.
Vanya
They can have a
dropping
few options, but it's
From the
not.
shadows could be
It's not
used
that
as
many. Sometimes it's only like 2.
a
Either
recon.
re-hit a side or
Her
go
staying
heaven or
alive,
go back to the other side.
fairly integral. G2 with a chance to end the map. Alyssa.
Like it's a lot
a
easier
chance
when you
to
do
get
like a
an ace. She's stuck in the
1-3-1
backside, but
or
still swings out. One more
Dude,
needed
crazy
to
round though.
individually win the round for her
I'm
team,
talking
but
like it's
that's
done
where her
and we're out
teammate
here
will
just
come
getting
in.
4Ks.
A 4K for Alyssa to keep them in the map. Maybe the most important one they've had so far.
Oh yeah, that was looking very rough on the surface, but they cut through that like a knife on the side of Nova.
Maybe online the bullets register later.
A much needed win, 4 rounds in a row still to be connected, and they ran into a lot of issues here, but
Might be something like
Alyssa,
that.
you know, you said we might not have seen what we needed to from that Tejo, but hey, we've seen what we needed to from Alyssa in that round.
Yeah.
That's brought them back into it. Give them a boost of morale. Perhaps Viper's Pit in play. Now we've seen this a number
Dude,
of times
old
towards
school
mid, but
Viper ult.
this time Amy,
The 2020
with that
Viper ult.
choke point, I mean, she kind of needs to push
No one
forward to
does
hold
this
that control,
anymore.
but Clem is already past the pit, so standing in that tight corner, really the only option she's left with. Prowler up top has caught Clem.
Prowler up top, and they know that someone's heaven. In reaction, they're pushing middle, but there is 2 here. Ah, dude, just not ready with it.
Is in the form of Akita, and then Amy's
And
also
then they
managed
dealt
to
with the
find
passing
Clem.
over towards heaven.
This might be the
Okay.
beginning of the end.
No, that is the end.
As they've had to try and fall back in a
Still impressed by Nova though, like skill-wise. Skill-wise, they're good enough.
In the form of Akita, but she's gone.
They just need a
She's
mid-rounder,
she's
or
in
they
fact
need
ramping
like
all the way back
default and
round just
protocols to
fight
help
with Mimi,
them.
And Mimi's gone, okay. Well, let's just fall
Give
back
them-
and fight
give
this one
themselves more
together. We have
options.
that advantage already.
Oh, Mimi!
Nice shot.
The double kill! And maybe the death blow delivered just like that. It will be a triple from Mimi to close this out.
All right.
In flawless
Very, very
fashion.
nice.
G2 have
Another
given
2-0.
Nova courtesy enough, and they take it 2-0. And